Welcome back to the channel. Oh, I'm sorry. Getting pumped so my mind works better. You gotta remember, I was just coming off meth not too long ago, so scatterbrained. Yeah, I don't care about that part in the app. Sorry. Phone telling me shit. This is part 3. There's 3 parts to my fucking I Know What I Want series that I just now am about to be posting. And I told you I clarified what I wanted, and I made a decision. I was walking halfway, made a decision, figured out what I wanted. Once I figured out what I wanted, I ended up getting a bunch of gifts, which helped raise my belief level, because I can, I'm an earth sign, so for me it's easier to believe the manifestations. Though, that's why I keep saying, that's why I said in my last one, no matter what happens, don't look outside of yourself for validation. How you feel and what if you feel good, no matter what, dude, I'm telling you, I've had guns in my face, I feel good. You're fucked. I win. That's how that works. That example, I could say 20 was the number that popped in my head right when I thought about it. And yeah, I believe that. Like 20 different times I've had situations very similar to that. Now, if I was, I can tell you when I was underneath the airplane in Amsterdam and all the military, police, and cops came, I was feeling so good, I didn't have to be aggressive. And when the cop come up and be like, you on drugs, you on this, you work for Greenpeace, you terrorist, I just gave him like straight eye and was like, just started speaking, and then they were like, oh wow, like you're sober and totally here. Like, yeah, I'm fucking here. But no, I wanted to talk about part 3. If I could get it all in this one, I'd appreciate it. My phone ain't gonna let me make a long one. So after I decided that, and you see, if you watch the other 2, you know what I'm talking about. Where I'm at right now, this is the same day. This is nighttime now. And this is like 5 hours later. It amplified to a point after I made my decision. Everything changed. I got a manifestation. I got phone calls. I got people coming to pick me up. I got A, B, C, D. I got everything planned in like 5 hours. Here I am, and I'm going to tell you what it is. I quit trucking like about a year ago or so. And I've been sitting here at this rest stop since I had to come back to it. By the way, earlier when I was confused on which direction, I was literally walking south and didn't realize that when I made my decision that I need to go back, the first time ever was, even when I'm off point, I'm on point. I was walking south. So even if I didn't sit down and think about it, I was heading back home, not even knowing I was doing it. Yeah. And I'm sitting here looking at all these trucks. You want to surround yourself with things that you want. You want to be around people that have what you want. The guy who gave me that food, I found out, was the owner of this place. The dude who gave me that, the dude has what I want. He's got his own business. And he hands me shit I couldn't carry because you're on point automatically. Everything happens automatically. So you don't have to worry about what's happening. The key to that is to first and foremost, be stupidly happy all day. Because if you don't put out a bad vibe, nothing can happen that'll make you feel that way. And when things manifest, that's why you don't get lost in the manifestations. See, then you go off point again. Because that's the cycle. It's very well built. You're living in a matrix. It's very well built. It's easy to get lost, and I get lost too. I was lost a little there, but I'm not. See, I'm not. I don't regret, but I will say, I didn't have to get out of that truck. I remember I quit trucking and I started doing meth again. And if I didn't do that, another way to put it, I wouldn't have walked towards my death. I wouldn't have understood values in the ways I did. I wouldn't be able to break through certain walls of reality like I can now. And I want to get to the point where I can do that shit while being sober. And I know being on that drug, I can do it. And I can do it while sober. But that drug's activating neurological pathways in your brain. That's why you can get high in the first place. And that shit's getting wired for outside of you to be activated. You're using an outside of you source in order to feel a certain way in here, or to be a certain way, or feel right in here. You can just do that. You're a chemical factory. There's this guru I like called Sadhguru, S-A-D-H or S-A-H-D-G-U-R-U. And he's so funny because he says, look into my eyes. I am always stoned. And if you watch this, dude, you'll laugh because you look at the guy, he looks stoned. He's like, I've never smoked the stuff in my life. If I want to get stoned, he's like, that's it. It's that simple. It really is. You know, the satisfaction I get from cigarettes, the reason why it's doing that and works, it couldn't even work unless you produced it yourself. I'm going off topic a little bit. I only got a certain amount of time, and I hope my phone don't fucking cut me out. See, I'm thinking about what I do about it. I'm trying to get back on point. So I figured out through phone calls that I reached for power. There's two paths. And in my life, I grew up without power. I didn't speak, I didn't talk to girls, had no confidence level. Fucking loser. So for me, how I got out of it, you got two paths, and I took the power path. I wanted power. I wanted power. Fucking sick and tired of this shit. You know, it's what I did. I didn't give a fuck. I help people along the way, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I'm power hungry. You know, whatever it takes. That's what I did. And now I'm starting to understand that I have certain responsibilities. I gotta take responsibility. And so my goal is to get a job, get a place so I can, because I'm responsible for my dog. And then afterwards get my scuba diving license, because I couldn't do that while trucking. I need weekends off in a row. So that was one of the reasons why I quit trucking. So don't waste that. I'm gonna get my scuba diving license, so I got job. And see how I said you have a chief aim and you have goals lined up, and when you're angry and you focus, it creates a laser beam. And it focuses it and it shoots through all of it. It's really how it works. So I'm like, job breaks barrier. House breaks barrier. Scuba diving license breaks barrier. If I want to get that moped I was thinking about when I was in France, I might even buy this goddamn Prius up my friend Russia. That's fine. I can get the moped now to get to the truck, or I can wait till I get the truck in order to have enough money to get the moped. Still in the line. And I'm going to break through those. I'm going to get those two. And then when I get out of trucking, I'm going to get my own business. There's a girl named Kim. It's Kimberly. I'm going to say her whole name because it's just a case. But anyway, yeah, she's got her own business. And then she hit me up, and at first I was like, ooh, jealous. You know, because I've invested $8,700 in my own line business. And then earlier in life, just recently, I saw a new opportunity, and it explained why my last one didn't work. And I can design my own webpage, or it's got me energetically on it. And I'm like, that's what I want. So, you know, job, fucking apartment, scuba diving. You see what I'm saying? I got my vehicle, get the truck back, go back to trucking. Now I got a dog for me because I was so lonely. I was lonely in that truck. Now I got a dog that fits regulations. I can actually have that dog with me in my truck. And then I'm going to get my own fucking online business, and I know which one I'm investing in now. And I don't have to invest that much. And when I invested that money, guess what happened? I was at the bank with my buddy Jake, and I told him to wire basically $9,000 to, I'm just gonna say offshore account because it sounds so fancy. I'm doing this arm thing. See the arm thing? The offshore account. This doesn't look good. That's the point. They're like, this doesn't look good. This don't look good. And I was like, I was laughing because I feel good. This can't be bad. And it wasn't. Dude, have you seen... That's why I said no matter what happens, even when you take the wrong path, you got fooled. You're not on the wrong... you lost track. Are you on point? No, you think you're on the wrong path. You're always on point. That's why when the gun's in my face, I'm like, nah, I created this. You're meant to be here, and I always win, so that means you lose. Oh, you cocked it. Oh, you're getting out of the car. You got 6 other black guys about to surround me, beat the shit out. Don't give a fuck. You know? It's not even a joke. That's the real. That happened in Mississippi. He didn't get out the car until after he drove back like a little bitch, and his girlfriend said, don't fuck with this guy. Because he could tell, like, you're gonna kill me or not, and I'm willing to risk it. But recently I've gotten some advice from people wiser than me. Be teachable. I'm stubborn and I'm greedy. All right, I'll admit that. I'm stubborn and greedy. Oh, by the way, on the Kim thing, yeah, I got jealous. She has what I want. Fuck. See, I said that earlier. Like, I'm not like sitting here pissed, but I got myself pissed. Purposely. Because it's like, she has what I want. Why the fuck does she have it and I don't? You know what I'm saying? That's real. She earned it. It is fair. Nothing happens like that isn't, dude, she created it. She earned it. So, I mean, that's just a fact. Deal with it. And I realized I got responsibilities I gotta take care of. If I get cut off in mid-video, apologize. I'm still posting this. I'm feeling it. Car creep. 3-9. On the plate. I love it. Should I sum it up? I feel like it's too long. All right. I made a decision. Once you do that, everything changes. If the gun was in my face and I made a decision out of fear, I die. You know, I've walked 11-11 right when I said that. I've walked the razor's edge before. I know what it's like. I've had wolves. I've had a wolf trying to bite my dick off. Had my hands in the air in the cold. It was so painful. My hands are so in pain. And I tried lowering them for a minute because I made a decision. It hurts too much. I can't handle it. And I remember the dogs could touch me again. But at that moment, they couldn't. There's a half dog, half wolf, and a dog. The half dog wolf is part husky. So if you've seen this dog, all you could think of is that's a wolf. A husky looks like a wolf. It's half wolf, half husky. It's a wolf. And I remember that thing ran out of this person's door on Native American territory. I walked over the territory lines at night after a snowstorm. And I learned about what happens when you reach for power without responsibility. There's a balance. And I expended all my energy. And all these people came in and basically made it look like I was gonna die. The radio started talking to me, made it look like I was gonna die. I mean, but I was feeling that I needed to protect somebody, because if I didn't do this, they were gonna die. So, you know, that energy saved me in a way. But I'm not trying to talk too much about that. That's another video. I'm just saying I'm learning about responsibility. I need to give back a little bit. I'm getting all this gifts from people. You know, now I don't feel good. Nothing changed. I was getting money from people and I felt good. And the same kinds of people coming in, like this boss gives me this stuff. He's coming tomorrow to give me more shit. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be here. I gotta get my own job, pay everybody back. I love them all. And then I was like, I made that decision. And then all the pathways opened up. Everything, I had to clarify what I wanted. Now for me, I'm stubborn. I was like, I fucking fixated on doing drugs and shit, and I don't regret it. Like, you can't regret things. You don't live in the past, you live in the now. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I want. I don't want to do drugs no more. I went 2.5 years off that shit. Best time of my life. I learned how to fucking swing a stick. Man, I can't tell you how cool that stick. I carried my staff, because a warrior carries his weapon where he goes. And I carried that staff I carried all the way up here. But man, back in the day, dude, you couldn't throw a rock at me without smacking that shit back in your face. I could kill a fly if I was so violent in the air. I'm not kidding. I love it. Fuck you. I'm gonna get my iron palm back, because I want to break bricks with my hands. That's one of my goals. So I'm gonna get my truck after I just told you the laser beam. I got the fucking, and if I ask you, what do you want? You can't say it like that with clarity. You don't know what you want. You haven't defined it. That's a big problem. You need to have a goal. You need to have a goal. And I know what I want. See, and I just defined it today, so I can't even like spit it out as quick as I can. Like, I can spit out my training, the fucking rules. Who do you listen to? Teachability index, training balance scale, 4 steps, unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, unconscious competence. See what I'm saying? I know it. 32 times I listened to that 13-hour-long speech from a billionaire. I know that shit. Doesn't mean I know it. To know and not to do is not to know. So how do I really know? I got to do it. You know, how teachable am I right now? Am I willing to admit I'm wrong? Maybe I shouldn't have got out that truck, got high. Yeah, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm trying to stay. I gotta say words, keep me feeling good. And I'll admit, you know, that path, because every path I take is gonna be the right one anyway. I could have just stayed in the truck. And then actually, when my investment didn't work, kept trucking and invested it into a new one. But I backed out last second. Now, I'm regretting it, because like I said, I was in that fucking bank and I was laughing when they said, oh, the whole bank was like shut down for a minute trying to talk to me. They were like, dude, you're gonna throw away your money. And the truth is, there's value in all things. I'm Taurus. Taurus rules values. Aries is I am. Taurus is I have. And I know value. I know value when I see it. And I knew the value of throwing this money in a black hole isn't going, energy can't be created or destroyed. And everything you put out comes back to you. Don't let the devil fool you. He's sitting there hoping you'll make a decision to give up so he can take your manifestation. Actually, there's a lot of, I'm not even trying to say Satan, I'm just trying to say there's beings that are stealing your energy. You want things and they take it. And that's why to know and not to do is not to know. You need to get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I invested all this money and things into this online business. When it happens, it's going to be rock solid. And you'd be like, but it has nothing to do with the money you threw away in this direction. It's a whole other business. No, it's not. That energy value that I worked 9 months trucking, started in the dead of winter. I went through all that hardship and threw that money in what you would call a black hole. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. That shit is sitting there waiting in a big, big payout. And every time they try to fuck me up, AKA whatever forces you want to call it, is sitting there saying, oh, look, this is evidence that it was all for nothing. If I accept it and make that decision, they get it. And it's theirs. But if I say, oh, this is all meant to be, oh, that's good news, oh, I'm so stupidly happy, he has to, I'm going to say Satan because it's just so easy. It's just easy just to have a title or a name or a placement. Just work with me. And if I say Satan does that, he's like, fuck, because he knows you're adding more to the pile that's going to pay out. It's a gamble, and he's got a bad hand every time. You win every time. But he wants you to believe you lose, and he can, Saturn, for instance, Saturn is Satan. You know, you could say it like that. In astrology, Saturn is Satan. It's kind of a joke. I'm not going to get into it all because I know I don't got all that time. But the point is, it's trying to fool you. Don't let people steal your dreams. It's a tip I was told. I didn't understand what it really meant until I got on a deeper level with it. But it's the truth. Don't let people steal your dreams. Doesn't mean people can't do what you want. You know, I went to France recently, and somebody else's dream was to go to France. And they got pissed. Kim's got her own business. I got pissed. Does that mean Kim can't have her own business? Does that mean I can't go to France? No. To know not to do it. All right, I guess I'm going to end it. That's good enough. I want to say I'm so happy because right when I clarified what I wanted, all I could see was the first step in front of me. Get a job, and then I was like, apartment, and then I was like, scuba diving, and then I was like, trucking career, and then I was like, payout. We're gonna get my own business. So I'm very happy. I'm excited. There's that full moon in Aries and all 3 signs in Libra right now, so that's the polarity. I love it. I almost died when the sun was in a polarity and the moon was in a polarity and full moon too. So it's really interesting because that's one of the events that I quit trucking and ended up having. And if it wasn't for that, I mean, I have no regrets. So it's so funny that the full moon be in Aries now. Last time it was in Leo and the sun was in Aquarius. Now the sun's in Libra and Mercury and Venus. And the moon's in Aries, full moon in Aries. My Saturn's in Aries. I'm gonna get into it. Sorry, I can talk all day about that shit. Woo! All right, I love you guys. Keep rocking it. Remember, don't let anyone steal your dreams, and you gotta figure out your chief aim. You gotta figure out your goal. Don't let anyone stop you. If you feel good, it's good. If you feel good, you're on point.